Hello. So, we're here to do a random what's good reading. Leo, I didn't call you yet. Wait, let's see. Yeah, so we're gonna see which sign is coming at this time. Let's see which sign the Most High want to talk to, give them good news at this time. Oh, God. Gemini's good news kind of shook me up. I wasn't ready to hear Libra yet. And what should pop out? Libra. Okay. So today's a hard day at work. All right then. Let's do it. So, Most High, what's Libra's good news, please? What's the good news for Libra? Where do I find that answer? Oh, 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 So Libra, your good news. Celebration. Oh my God. Vulnerability. Oh, God thinks it's funny. God actually is the best comedian because God invented comedy. Yes, Most High, you're being funny, but you're making it hard for me too. God says the good news is we need to celebrate our vulnerability, Libra. We have fickleness, wisdom, laughter, authority, aptitude. Your destiny is to be in touch with that truth within you, whether you want to or not. The truth about romance. I'm coming. There are very few things that have the power to bring out the devil in me, right? When it comes to this thing called romance and relationships and men, that is one of them. I've seen and enjoyed too much bullshit from people of the opposite sex who claim say that they love me. Partly because they're young and stupid, or we are young and stupid, partly because they're just fucking rancid, partly because they're just dumb and wicked and selfish, childish. I've been through a lot of nonsense. And to be quite frank, it's something that I can do without. I would like to be able to do without it, but apparently we need each other, kind of. But you see, the thing with me when it comes to this romance thing is that I know that through God all things are possible, and I know that there is a chance out there for me to meet someone who is not going to bring out the devil in me. Someone who knows how to reach the goddess in me, you know? I don't mean that things are gonna be perfect, but there is that respect, there is that spirit of cooperation, there is that spirit of patience and understanding, there is that willingness to be vulnerable, to communicate honestly, whether you feel like the other person, or whether they feel that I will like what they're saying or not. They're gonna have the courage to be honest, so that everybody know exactly where they stand. Because I live with the belief that God can do that, that keeps me going. Or else I'd be one of them chicks that just shut off. I wouldn't become a lesbian, but I'll be a regular customer of Ann Summer. I'll be a very faithful customer. I'll probably be inventing my own tools so that I could do it myself. But you know, there's nothing like the real thing. I must admit that too. So, because a tool isn't going to give you back that emotion, you see. When you find someone that you click with on a soul level, the sex is actually out of this world. Yeah. And there's no dildo that can bring you that. So we do need each other. But me no in no nonsense with nobody that's not worthy of me. I'm not doing that anymore. I prefer stay alone. I prefer allow my sexual organs to be overcome by cobwebs and rust. You see me? If I have to be giving myself to certain people or certain types of people that I have come by in my lifetime, I would rather die from a lack of sex. Yeah. If certain people were the last man on earth right now, I would prefer to die or the whole human race dead off before me shame myself with certain types of people that I have encountered. Anywho, so God says that we need to celebrate our vulnerability. Yeah, we need to be happy about opening ourselves up again. Whether we get our heart broken or we actually hit the jackpot, we need to step out there. We got fickleness, wisdom, laughter, authority. Fickleness, wisdom. So the vulnerability obviously is what makes us fickle, right? But God is saying that what we should be doing right now is seeing past our vulnerability, not to let our vulnerability hold us back from what is possible, because it is possible we'll meet upon a jerk. It's also possible that we meet upon someone who is worthy of us, you know. So if you shut the door, you shut out the bad, but you also shut out the good, basically. So God says wisdom, laughter, and authority. Yeah, when you come to the understanding that you have the power to jump in. Even though you're scared, you have the power to jump in. I mean, you're going to be selective about who you invite in your personal space, but actually taking that leap of faith, well, knowing that you can take that leap of faith, it should bring you joy, Libra. It should bring you joy because you're not alone. Like I said, I know that God make man, God make personality. So I know that there is someone out there for me, and there's someone definitely out there for you, but you have to first open yourself up to believe that. I know that that doesn't mean that the person's gonna be perfect, but there's somebody out there who is perfect for you. You understand? Even if you have to culture each other, because a relationship is about bringing two completely different people together, because our walks of life, they create our character. So it's like you're coming from this walk of life, they're coming from that walk of life, so there's going to be challenges, obviously. But if you're working with somebody who is respectful and someone who has your best interest at heart, someone who actually want to work with you, then those differences become very minor, because you want to work together, so you're gonna find a way, you know, to let peace reign between you. Peace and happiness, progress, success. So anyway, yeah, so first comes the wisdom, and you should be happy about knowing that God can do God can bring who you need, the type of person that you need. That's the wisdom. It's not about us going out there looking for that person. It's about us having that thought in our head that, my person is out there. My person that actually appreciate me for me, and my person who is willing to grow with me, my person who's willing to love me in my darkest days, in my most down times. They'll still love me like when I'm popping, because that is the most important thing, having someone who is willing to stick with you through your darkest, ugliest times. Usually that's when people run away from you, but usually that's when people run away. But the truth is, that's when we need each other. Anyway, so yeah, so the authority, because we have a natural ability to face the truth, destiny, truthfulness about our romantic life. The next card on the list was shame. Now you see why I was crying. Shame. I know I'm not the only one who has seen some ugly people, and I'm not talking about physically ugly, because usually they're physically attractive, but spiritually they are shameful. So we got shame, perception. They should be ashamed of their perception, and we should be ashamed of our perception too, because we were looking at their outward beauty, not knowing that we were supposed to be smart enough to look at their inward beauty. So Libras, what I'm getting from this here is, the good news is we're coming to a time of our life where we are reevaluating our approach to romance. We're getting smarter about it. We're actually going to take the time to think about how we approach it. That's what I'm getting. So we won't be so open anymore. We'll be more selective, and we will be more studious as well as to who we allow into our personal space, because it's time that we approach relationships differently. Too many times we've stepped in and lost. Nothing wrong with learning that which we don't want, but I mean, we want to have some fun in relationships too. We don't want to get with people who just want to use us, We want to get with people who actually care about us. So let's seek out those who care about us. Let's suss out those who actually care about us. Let's bring some maturity into the mix. Let's get wise. So That's the good news. The good news is we're getting wiser about choosing a partner, choosing a companion. We're getting wiser about romance. So, thank you for bearing with me. Yeah, and I wish you the very best on your journey. And I'll continue to do the reading, so you know if this situation come out, we'll suss it out together, we'll work it out together. All right? So, until next time, Libra, thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.